Welcome to HCEC-TV. I'm George Pennington, your occasional host, and today we are meeting with someone. We're at least 6 feet apart, so that's pretty good, so they can't give me a dope slap as easily if I say something goofy. We have with us today Miss Rochelle Myers, and Rochelle, you are with Hardin County Habitat for Humanity, is that right?
Yes, I'm their Chief Operating Officer.
Oh, you're the CEO? COO. You're the COO. Yes, you are. Okay. If you would, it's the first time I've chatted with you. So if you would, for our audience, and they may have seen you last year on here, but give a little background, where you grew up, where you went to school, where you went to college, what you studied. ACT scores? No. You thought I wouldn't say that. You thought I wasn't going to go there,
Yeah,
didn't
it's not too braggable.
No, you can brag. Go ahead, Rochelle. Introduce yourself and tell everyone.
Yep, so I am originally from here in Hardin County. I'm from Radcliffe, so I went to North Hardin High School. I went to the University of Kentucky after that.
Wildcat.
I was, yep, and I studied...
What's wrong with the Hilltoppers, huh? What's wrong with the Hilltoppers? No, go ahead.
I studied arts administration, which was just a fancy way of studying nonprofit administration, more directed towards the arts, but I've kind of moved away from that since then. I stayed and got my MBA from there.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
That's very grown up of you.
And then from there, I actually took a position at Susan G. Komen, the Breast Cancer Foundation in Louisville.
Okay.
And I was there for close to 2 years, and then I got the chance to come home to Hardin County with Habitat. So here I am.
Now, when did you start with Habitat?
I started just over 2 years ago, so it was April 2018, early April. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, 2 years ago.
Yep.
So you know everything, even if I throw trick questions. You already know.
I think I learn something new every day.
Guys, I threw a little trick question into her a while ago, and she knew it. She knew it. If you would, I heard about Habitat when Jimmy Carter was around, because he was the big name, and I was thinking he probably founded it. Looked it up last night, and I realized that wasn't the case. Tell us about that, what you understand about it.
Right, yeah, so Jimmy Carter is one of our biggest supporters. He and his wife, they've been volunteering for many years. They actually do the Jimmy Carter Build Week every year. They pick a new city. So last year they were in Indiana. And
where are they?
This past year, they were in Nashville also.
Okay.
So they hop around and do different projects for a week, but he has been a huge advocate for Habitat. But Habitat was actually founded by the Fullers. They were a couple from Americus, Georgia, and it started actually on their farm, and it's grown since then, and now Habitat is all over the world.
And the information I saw said they had done mission work right before that, and thought, hey, we can grow this thing.
Yep, just a small dream on a farm turned into all of this.
It is pretty interesting to think that my brother-in-law in Madisonville, Kentucky, Hopkins County, he stays busy. I think he's kind of on the board there, and stays busy helping out. And do all the counties in Kentucky have it, or just certain counties? What's your understanding?
Unfortunately, not everywhere has a Habitat, so because of that, there can be some gaps in service areas. But really, it's any group of people who want to get together and start a Habitat chapter. There's certain guidelines you have to follow and certain things, but there are several throughout the state of Kentucky. Just unfortunately, we can't cover everybody. So we just do Hardin County.
So you stay in Hardin County?
Yes.
But you can build a house anywhere that you can anywhere the law allows?
Anywhere in Hardin County.
Yeah, in Hardin County,
yep.
Yes.
So anywhere we want throughout, so we can go to Upton, Sonora, Radcliffe, Vine Grove, Rineyville.
So even if you don't have sewer access, you still build it and put a septic in? Is that right?
It really depends, just on how buildable the land is. You know, we do look at different things like that, and if it is cost effective for us.
I see, sure.
Most of our lots are donated very kindly through the city of Elizabethtown.
And so they have access to water and sewer typically?
Yep. So
that helps a lot, doesn't it?
Definitely. It helps, because if our costs can stay down, those are costs we don't have to pass on to the families and individuals that purchase the homes from us.
Okay. So go ahead and tell, most people probably know you build homes, but go ahead and tell us your vision and what what all you do?
Yep, so the mission of Habitat for Humanity is to provide safe and decent, affordable housing options for families and individuals who typically aren't able to get these opportunities due to credit and different things. You know, we're working with people who can't get a conventional bank loan to purchase a home. So we have different criteria based on income and need, and there is a sweat equity component that comes with building with us. So if you are selected based on criteria, you do actually assist in the building of your home and the home of another family or individual in our program.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can work on your home or someone else's?
Yes.
As long as you get your sweat equity hours in or something?
Yep. So we encourage people to do that so that they are invested in their home, and also it teaches them a little bit about how to maintain their home as well. If you're there during the process, you know, you have that sense of ownership in your home. You're proud of your home, and then you're learning some things along the way. So inevitably, as a homeowner, when things pop up, you know how to handle those situations too. Okay.
So the sweat equity, what did I read? Was it 250 hours a person or 500 for a couple or something? What did I read? Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. So the majority of the people we partner with tend to be single mothers with children. And so as a way for them to be able to complete those requirements, because these are women working multiple jobs and also have kids at home. So we do our best to accommodate that, knowing that they can't spend all their time with us because they have many other responsibilities. But after a certain point, for both couples and individuals, we allow friends, family, colleagues to come in and actually help build with them. Okay, good, good. And that sweat equity time, is that effectively your down payment? Well, on top of that, we do require a $1,200. Okay, gotcha. It goes into an escrow account for your home. Okay. And that will cover your first year of property tax, homeowners insurance. Okay. And then you will constantly pay into that each month along with your mortgage payment. So those things are always taken care of. So that stays on your books then? Does the mortgage stay on your books until it's fully repaid? How does that work? Yep, so we do work with Kentucky Housing Corporation in Frankfort. They very kindly service those mortgages for us free of charge. So they service it for us, but we keep that relationship with the homeowner. So if they ever need anything, they can contact us, or if it's something to do with their payment, they can also reach out to Kentucky Housing. So they have two places to go if they ever need some help. Gotcha. And the interest rate's typically very, very modest. Is that right? We do zero interest. Zero? Mm-hmm. On all our mortgages, we do zero interest. Look at that. That's awesome. Zero interest. Amortized over 20 years, 30 years? How do y'all do that? We'll never go over 30 years. Average, they tend to stay between 22, 25 years. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that goes back to pay back the mortgage, and it goes back to the fund? Yep. So that y'all can keep the process going? Yep, we call it the revolving fund. So every mortgage payment that a current homeowner makes goes back into the construction for the next homeowner. And so we keep that going. So we're always able to keep building with that. I got you. Mm-hmm. So here in Hardin County area, for instance, it seems like at different churches, different groups will say, yes, we're doing a Habitat house. Can you help out in different civic groups? Are there a bunch of groups around that help out with that here in E-Town? Yes, how does that work? We love our volunteer groups. If a group ever wants to come out, unfortunately with everything going on, we can't take groups right now, but typically when everything is normal, if a group ever wants to come out, we can accommodate 10 to 12 people per group. Any day you want. We build 6 days a week. We just don't build on Sundays. Right. But we love having volunteer groups come in. They just contact us by email or phone, and we pick a day on the calendar for them and have them come out. They don't have to bring any tools. Okay. They don't have to have any knowledge about construction. We'll teach them everything. So you guys organize it, and then different groups from civic groups, individuals, churches, etc., schedule it with you. Is that right? Yep, so we are building constantly throughout the year. We don't take any breaks. And so usually when they call us, they kind of ask, hey, what phase are you in right now? And we let them know. And if that's something they're interested in helping out on, that's where we put them.
And maybe particularly if somebody from that group has a special skill set, if it's foundations or something, maybe.
We love those people.
Does that happen? Do people come in with real good skill sets?
Yeah, we've had some volunteers who, know how to do electrical work. We typically leave things like that to trades, but this person is an electrician. We have people, they love to paint or do siding and different things. So, we have people who have a very particular skill set, and they want us to let them know when that time rolls around on the house.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Now, do you ever have more than one house going at a time, or is it typically just one project at a time?
We try to keep two going at a time. It really depends on the location, depending on how close the houses are together, because we do run a pretty bare bones crew. It's our executive director and our construction foreman. Those are the only two staff we have that build consistently, and then everything else is volunteer based. So, and we have one truck, one trailer, so whatever we can do and however we can move people around, that's how we go.
So, the huge Habitat staff, are you and the CEO?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, it's the two of us, our construction foreman, and our restore manager, and the staff that works over there. So we do operate a restore. We sell donated furniture, home goods, building products. We do purchase a few things new to resell, such as flooring. And all the profits from the restore go into our construction fund to build homes.
Now, are y'all building that building I see down on Ring Road? Is that yours?
Ring Road is going to be our new home, hopefully here in the next month or so.
All right.
It's going to, for the first time, have our restore and our offices together. So we'll all be in one home together, and we're really excited about it.
All right. So that started, several months ago? When did that start?
It started last year around the summertime. Different weather and all kinds of things will slow down any building project. So, but we're very excited with the people we're working with to get that done, and we're so excited to have a new home. Yeah.
Now, you still have the facility on Wilson Road?
Yes. So once we move that facility, it is owned by the church. Valley Creek has that property, so they're excited to be able to expand there as well into that building. So we'll give them their space back.
Yeah. And not that Wilson Road was a bad location, but that Ring Road is a lot more visibility, isn't it?
Yes, that's what we're hoping for. A lot of visibility, a lot of traffic, bringing in some new customers along with our returning customers, and we're very excited about it.
Now, what's the process you go about to select candidates? Do people apply? Walk me through that a little bit.
Yeah, please. So a lot of it has spread through word of mouth on, hey, you should apply for a Habitat home. So what people do is they will contact our offices, and we accept applications once a year. If we're at the time where we're not accepting applications at that point, we keep a running contact list. So when we do get to that stage, we'll call you, we'll send you an email with all that information on there. But when we do take applications, we accept up to 5 individuals or families every year. And so it's based on different qualifications. Like I mentioned earlier, there are income guidelines we have to follow. You have to fall within a certain income range. We look at the need. So we look at people who have not owned a home previously. And we look at the condition of your home. It's very sad to say that there are a lot of places in Hardin County that people really shouldn't be living in, but that's where they are, and they don't really have much choice. So that's who calls us. And then we let them know that there is a sweat equity component, and we also, part of that, there are budgeting classes. We teach the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace courses.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah.
And so we enroll everyone who is accepted into that program as well for 10 weeks.
Okay.
And because we are looking for long-term solutions.
Is it online?
No, we do them in person.
You do them in person?
Unfortunately, we're actually supposed to be doing them right now, but we do them in person. We get them together. A different location will host us every year. We get a volunteer coach.
Sure.
And so we put them through that program, and so anytime, it can be from 6 months to the point of application to a year and a half later, where you finally move into your home, because we are constantly building.
Gotcha. So you and Kentucky Housing Corporation, they take care, the money's in escrow, so they make sure the insurance and taxes are paid out of that.
Yep.
Is that how that works a little bit?
Yep. So when one of our Habitat homeowners makes a monthly payment, a portion of it is towards your mortgage, a portion of it is going towards your insurance, and then your taxes. And so at the end of the year, your homeowner's insurance and your property taxes are taken care of for you. So that's one payment you're not worried about sending.
Just like regular mortgage.
Yep.
You send in the escrow and it covers that. Well, good. That way you know you're covered. Now, there's probably a debt-to-income ratio guidelines on those too, right?
Yes. So one of the biggest things we look at on top of falling into the income guidelines is we look at your current debts. We do put a threshold on that. And if you do have some debts, which many of our applicants tend to have a few here and there, if it's under that threshold and we accept you into the program, you make this agreement with us that you're going to pay off those debts before you move into your house. And so we work on a plan to help you get that done.
Gotcha. Now, were y'all building, it sounds like I'm from south of the Mason-Dixon line. I actually use you guys sometimes too. Did you have a home in process when all the COVID announcements were made, or what?
We did, yes. So we have actually luckily been able to keep building. Unfortunately, we don't have our volunteers with us, but we've been able to keep going. So we actually very recently finished up our 70th house.
Did you?
Right now, I think it still needs landscaping and some of the final touches on it. But that family will be able to move in there soon. And we've actually already started a couple weeks ago on house 71.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yep, so it's being framed now, the foundation's been poured, and so it's still going.
And this is your 28th year or so, right?
Yes.
28th year, and so there you go. That's you're rocking and rolling, aren't you?
Yeah, we just keep it moving.
Yeah, you are. Now, has it been a part of y'all for a long time, or did that come afterward in the movement?
So the Restore came afterwards. I believe it's been a little before my time, but I think we've had it about around 10 years.
Okay.
It's been in the community.
I got you.
And so we're really excited to grow that area because it is the biggest fundraising component for us.
It is, okay.
So we're excited to show off something new and bright and shiny and give our shoppers a great experience. And, we're also there as well for the donor. This is the time for spring cleaning normally.
Sure. It is.
We do pickups and we help you.
But you're not doing pickups right now, is that right?
It's very limited.
Okay.
It's just depending on what it is. So right now with everything going on, you'll want to contact the store first and just see what is available.
So it's still possible, just depending. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I took some stuff to the landfill the other day, and a guy had tried to drop stuff. Whoa, where'd that word come from? Stuff off at 2 or 3 places in Bullitt County where he was from, and he wasn't able to, so he drove down here and did it in Pearl Hall.
Yeah, it's tough right now, but we're doing our best to keep operations going. So right now we're using Facebook Marketplace to sell some items from our Restore. So if you go on Facebook and you just type in Hardened Habitat Restore, you can find us our marketplace, and we put some items on there. And we practice social distancing, and we'll do pickups. We'll set things outside for you, and you can come pick it up.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware of the marketplace. Yeah, I did not know that. I did look at, being as I looked you up on the computer, it showed up in my Facebook feed this morning.
Awesome.
Habitat. It did. Showed up, and I thought, click, I'll follow it. So it'll probably send me.
Yeah, I'll see it.
Yeah, you will. So you've been with them 2 years, right? All right. You're Hardin Countyan.
Yep.
A Trojan.
I am. I'm
from Madisonville. I can give everybody a lot of grief. I'm a Maroon from Madisonville Maroons. So I can give everybody a lot of grief around here. Now Scott Turner.
Yes.
Tell me about Scott. Scott was the CEO. Is the CEO? Tell me about that.
Yep. He is our CEO / president / boss man, whatever we feel like calling him that day. But he's still with us. He's been with us for I think 7-8 years, something like that.
Gotcha.
And he is also, our main guy out there on the construction site.
Right.
He coordinates volunteers. We all wear a lot of different hats. So he's great to work with. He's a great leader and doing a lot for our organization. And
he gets out and promos it quite a bit too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's everywhere. He's hard to pin down.
Yeah. Well, I took a little break there to see if Coach Donna wanted to come up here and give things. Tell me about your board of directors.
Now
that Donna girl, she's a wild girl, isn't she? Yeah, she's a mess. She's a mess.
But we love her.
She's a mess. Yeah. Now you've got a lot of people from the community on the board?
We do. We have some great representatives from throughout Hardin County in a number of different industries and areas of business. So we're really happy to have them. We have 19 board members. I know. We have a big family.
Do you physically meet, or do you meet by virtually? How does that work?
Well, lately it's been virtual and phone calls, but in the past we do all like to get together. It's a big group, but we have a lot of fun, and we have a number of committees as well where we break down and meet in smaller groups too.
So what are some of the committees you might have?
We have a fundraising committee. We do have what we call the Connecting People Committee. This is a group. They do a lot of things. They actually are the selection committee when it comes to applicants.
Okay.
We also, part of the interview process when we are selecting people is we do home interviews. So we visit your home, and so these are folks that help with that, and they're trained on how to communicate with these families and what questions to ask. They also coordinate meals for volunteers who come to the job site and work.
Okay.
So they're really about the relationship building. We have a business and personnel committee that helps, on the operations side and different things.
Yeah.
And we have a home repair committee where it's an area we used to be very strong in. We used to do some home repairs for people who owned their own homes.
Right.
And wanted to be able to stay in their home, but really needed some help done.
Interesting.
So it is based on income as well.
Okay.
And
over time, that's kind of neat.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was a great program we had, and we hope we can build it up again soon. Just volunteers have moved away, things have changed, and so we're really working to build that back up. But right now, while we're not doing as many repairs as we used to, we still are building wheelchair ramps for homes to help with accessibility for people. So that's another thing that people can always contact us if they're looking for a wheelchair ramp on their home.
And this is at no cost to them?
There is a cost to it. It's again, it's income based. It's a small portion based on what you are able to pay, and there are some sweat equity components to it as well.
But the costs are modest?
Yes, very modest. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I see that Josh Cooper is on here.
Yes.
He needs to, whatever he's doing, he needs to do a little bit more of it. Okay, I'm just going to say Josh and Coach Mike Enlow on here. Put them to work a little bit harder. I'm just going to say, please do.
We stay on them.
Please do. Don't let them slack. All right, I wouldn't want them to slack. But now, is your office currently over there by Freeman Lake?
Yes, so we are in the old CocaCola plant,
Sure.
And it was a temporary home for us until we move into the new location on Ring Road. We used to be in First Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
And we since moved because we wanted to expand a little
Sure.
bit. I came on board at that time, so they needed a little more room in the office.
Gotcha.
And then we'll be moving over, hopefully here in the next month.
For real?
Yes.
There you go. So physically, when you have board meetings, you're meeting right now, you're right there at the old Coke place. Right? How'd that happen? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we tend to move around a little bit just because we've got a big group. The Central Kentucky Community Foundation has been so kind to us and letting us use their
Pretty
meeting
nice
places.
meeting area, isn't it?
Beautiful
I mean, it really
building.
Is. It's pretty
yes.
awesome. Yeah.
And can fit this crazy group we've got. So
Yeah.
they've been very kind and letting us use their facilities for the time being until we can move into our new home where we'll be able to host some of those meetings.
Yeah. They've been great about that. And
yes.
it seems like I chat with them time to time, and they love for people using that facility.
Oh
don't
yeah,
they?
they're great partners. They've been great for this community, and they just do so much.
Okay, all right. Well, Coach Rochelle, we've got about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
So if you would, anything that's a shout out to anybody or any overview,
Sure.
contact info.
Yeah.
Now on your website, it has a place to donate, doesn't it?
Yes,
I believe
we
it does.
do.
So tell us who to contact if they want to give you money or help out. What do we do?
Yeah, so right now, of course, with COVID-19 going on, fundraising, not just for us, but for every nonprofit organization, is looking very different. We're all having our own struggles. And
Yes.
I know for us, we've had to postpone events and different things. And, right now we're not even sure if we'll be able to host those events.
Is that right?
Everything's changing every
It
day,
is.
and we
It
hope
is.
to be able to welcome everybody back to our annual dinner or to our golf scramble again. But for right now, we're trying to be safe and take care of our supporters and our donors. But we do have costs. Our bills still come in even if we can't do these different things. So if you are interested in supporting us, you can go to our website. It's www.hardenhabitat.com, and there is a place on there to make a contribution.
Yes.
And you can set that up however you like. If you'd like to give a one-time gift, if you'd like to stay on with us and give
Do monthly?
once a month
Yes.
or once a year, we would love to have you as part of the Habitat family. And giving now will allow
Yes.
us to be here later when all this is over, and we can continue to help families for hopefully another 28 plus years.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing program. I mean, it really, pretty amazing program. Just since I was aware of it in Jimmy Carter days, and it started even 20 years before Carter got on board and gave it the high profile. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I go there, and I'm not very good at the hammer, and I run and get donuts. I run to Lowe's, Home Depot, and get supplies. I'm pretty good at that, but I can't do much more. But I appreciate it, and make that Donna girl work too. Okay?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, put her to work.
Yeah, thank
I
you
I suspect she does a fair amount, though, doesn't she?
No, she has been so wonderful. She only came on 2 years ago, and she's been such a big help, and we're very happy to have her.
All right, from HCEC-TV, I'm George Pennington, and we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you.